Welcome back to Chicano Power TV. My name is John Dia Bravenel Verdugo, and I'm your host. Today, I got a special guest here in the office, Melissa, with Buried Under the Blue. She is a descendant of a family that was dragged out of the area which the Dodgers are now at, that is, I guess, mistakenly known as Chavez Ravine. Melissa.
Hi. How are you doing? And I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for opening up your platform for me to be able to share this important historical history with our people at a very crucial time right now, when the Dodgers are currently investing in ICE, in Civic Corps, Palantir, GEO, Allocator, Alcatraz. You cannot be at the ICE protest and inside Dodger Stadium. It's pick a side. We can no longer look away. We have to be intentional with our money and where we spend and who we spend with. And they have already shown us that they do not care for us. As of May 8, 1959, on Black Friday, when they forcibly displaced the last 20 remaining residents from Palo Verde, La Loma, and Bishop, they showed us exactly what they felt about us. And again, somehow, they did really good marketing and branding, and they won our people over, and our people still ended up inside the stadium. And so a lot of times when I go out there to teach the people about the history and the demands that the families have for reparations and saying that we want this history corrected, they'll say, oh, but that was such a long time ago, and we love the Dodgers, they're our team, this and that. No, no more. We cannot do that, okay? They already showed us what they felt about us in 1959, and history is repeating again currently with what's going on with ICE. So how many times do we have to get a black eye to understand that this kind of relationship is very toxic and we need to get out of it? And they do not deserve our loyalty. We have to put that loyalty into ourselves to get ourselves out of these issues that we're currently facing right now. With this administration, we need to have other things to put our energy to, like getting involved in our civics, right? And making sure, what was it that they were talking about today at the luncheon, that we have to make sure for the new voting thing, right? Yeah, we have to participate. We have to participate, and we have other things that are more valuable, more important than the Dodgers Corporation. It's more important to hold them accountable and for them to pay the families for what they stole, for the harm that they created, and the generational wealth they stole.
Wow, thank you for sharing all that information. And I want to read a little bit about Buried Under the Blue. On May 8, 1959, the city of Los Angeles destroyed 3 Mexican-American families, or Mexican indigenous families, communities called Palo Verde, La Loma, and Bishop to make way for the Los Angeles Dodgers. The city rebranded racist housing policies and police violence as modern Los Angeles, but Angelinos all over the city are fighting the same violent communities' removal and destruction 60 years later. Today, the descendants of Palo Verde, La Loma, and Bishop have formed Buried Under Blue to carry the stories forward and correct false narratives about the communities that were destroyed. What they labeled slums would today be considered hip, sustainable eco-villages. Now, people, follow this organization, www.buriedundertheblue.com. You guys can go to the website for more information about the Dodgers. I guess it's not called Chavez Ravine, correct?
It is not. Actually, the names of the communities are Palo Verde, La Loma, and Bishop. Chavez Ravine was an erasure term that was created to hide us, to bury away, and create a new narrative to protect the Dodgers, right? Because when you hear Vince Scully, what did he say? Live from Chavez Ravine. Nobody thinks about the community. They think about Dodger Stadium. But that's exactly what it's intended to do, and it's been doing what it needs to do, and to bury us, erase us. So that's why we intentionally named the organization Buried Under the Blue, because our communities are buried underneath the stadium. Because what do they tell you? Think blue, right? So we say, no, think brown. Think about your indigenous roots. Think about your lineage. Think about your obligation, your moral responsibility to your gente, right? Because we together protect each other. We keep each other safe. The corporation doesn't care about us. We see that. They're investing billions of dollars. Whose dollars? The dollars that you guys willingly give them every time you buy a hat, a hot dog, a michelada, a ticket, any of that stuff. Yeah, it's weaponizing our money against us to harm us. So we have to be aware, we have to be knowledgeable, we have to be intentional, and no more looking away. No more.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I agree, people. So listen, you people out there, we're going to go ahead and conclude this. This is just a trailer, a snapshot. We're going to get Melissa in here for an hour so she can bring other information that we can share, how to support her and hold the Dodgers accountable. I know a lot of you Chicanos out there like the Dodgers, but I strongly encourage you to study your history and find out that some of these European Americans that are here are descendants of those that basically plumaged and took away our land and created situations for people that were unreasonable. And these people have inherited all this money and all this land from thievery, right? They stole the land. They ripped people out of their homes. This is totally unacceptable. And as we learn more and we educate our children, we need to set people up at city council, maybe get involved in politics and cause the city of Los Angeles political machine to hold the Dodgers accountable and make them pay. Because you know what? Those guys are using ICE. Those guys are allowing ICE to use their facilities, man. And it's not right. The majority of Chicanos are in Los Angeles, and you know what? They love the Dodgers, but they don't really know what's happening with the Dodgers, right? So now we want to make sure that we become a part of educating our community so that we can hold some of these people accountable. And you know what? It's possible to elect elected officials and change that. They can actually go in there and redo this, undo this, or pay some reparations, or find a way to take care of all these families that they screwed over.
And also, our reparations model includes a component for 3 community centers with full funding. So we are not only looking to heal the families that were displaced violently and their generational wealth stolen, we are also looking to leave something to the community in perpetuity so that they'll have place and space to organize forever. Because it's very important. We don't lack talent, we lack opportunity and resources. And so this is why it's very important that the Dodgers be held accountable. Because again, it's necessary. And this is what we need right now, and there's a great need for our people under these conditions, under this administration. And also, I'd like to iterate is that democracy is indigenous. They learned from us. So it is our duty to engage in organizing, voting, all of those things, and taking office. We taught them about democracy while they were running away from a monarchy. So it is our responsibility to engage in the political system.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And thank you very much, Melissa, for all the work that you do. We support you here at Chicano Power. We appreciate you. Keep up the fight. We got influencers here that eventually will pass this message forward and to create more awareness. And how can they get a hold of you? How can they find you?
Well, Buried Under the Blue does have a website. It does have all the social media handlers, so you can find us on any platform. You can DM us, you can send us an email, and we will respond to you. And we are willing and open to collaborate with everybody in every aspect that there is.
Well, thank you very much, Melissa. And Chicano Power Platform, we got your back. A rato.